Time for a beer. Well, I did go to Madison this Saturday, and it was a much different scene than 2 weeks before when they had the No Kings protest. For one, I couldn't get a parking spot. I had to park in the parking garage because there was a lot of people here, and you can see there's a lot of young people. I mean, the university is right down here, so this is one of my favorite spots to film. It's got a good backdrop. There's all different sorts of people. You never know what you're going to see. There's the Capitol, and then there's the university. So yeah, I gotta switch it up though. I gotta do some different things. Eating really fast. I'm just super hungry. When I got out of the car, I did a test because I had the microphones, and I couldn't remember which way to plug it in. So I plugged it in, recorded a little bit, and then listened to it. No sound. So I thought, all right, I switched it around, recorded something else, and listened to it, and there was sound. But the thing was it was plugged in backwards. So there's a TRS cable, and then there's on the other side there it's a TRRS, which is different, which needs to go into the phone. So I listen to it, I see that there's audio, and then I go to record for real now, and something's not right. You know, it's plugged in backwards, but I'm not getting any. And this is like the second time this has happened. So I messed with it today, and I got a really good sound bite from I'm tuning that guitar top. But it's been weird. I've been having these malfunctions, and I don't get any audio. So this time I got home and no audio on any of the stuff, and I liked the light. I don't think it was pure blue skies out today, but it was warm out, and there was a lot of people. And I'm off. There's so many more things that I haven't really shot around here, and I need to. And I think there's hours and hours of HD footage that I have never released, or I don't think I've released. I mean, I've been to some of these buildings, and I've shown what's inside of them. A lot of lives down here. The campus is just it's big. It's wonderful. The buildings are iconic. It's a lot of people would like to come here and can't because they can't get in. And I think they're very picky about who they let in, but it's a decent school, you know. They had the sailboats out. They had a sailing competition. There was groups of people too in like team outfits almost, matching outfits. You could see some people walking in here. Never did figure out what it was for, if they were singers or dancers or. Here's some more right here. They're working on this building. They got a new roof on. They're almost down to the end. I didn't spend too much time down here. I walked around, and I got out kind of just right before it rained. I went back home, and I scraped the guitar. I had one kid say hi to me right there. He's a cool kid. I didn't catch the audio though, so all I got to say is sorry, pal. Never really spent the night here or stayed in a hotel. I drive and I drive back. The amount of people too is comparable. You'll see up here they got the market going on. So about the same amount of people, but when I came here for the No Kings protest 2 weeks prior, there was every street spot available. I mean, I could have parked 2 blocks up from where I parked. There was absolutely no one. There was one other person parked on the street. And this is right by the Capitol. It's prime parking and free. So even though there was protesters on the street too before that parade kicked in, I think the whole thing is fake. In fact, I think a lot of what you see is kind of fake. Imagine the amount of money they spent on busing all those people around, let alone they're paying the salaries of all those people. Where do I sign up? I mean, bus me around so people can watch me cheer for this or that. I mean, it kind of it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's a parade. I mean, that's not how a real protest is. So if the people in the community were going to protest, they would come out and protest, and they would probably not be helped by the cops, but stopped by the cops or not treated very well. You know, maybe shot at with rubber bullets, or that's a real protest. When you have a literal parade that was led by the police and followed by the police. I do believe that they were on both ends of that and coordinated very well, but it's not the people of the community coming out of their spaces and protesting. There was no one that drove there except for me. And one other guy parked in front of me, and by the time I got back, one other guy parked behind me. And no other cars in between. All the way up to State Street. I spend most of my time in here looking for a men's bathroom, and there is literally one men's bathroom for every 10 women's bathrooms. And I finally find a men's bathroom, and it's being cleaned. And she says, go downstairs. So I go downstairs, and I find out of 10 women's bathrooms, I find one men's bathroom. And I go in there, and both stalls are, you know, they're taken. And then I go back to the original one. The lady's not cleaning it anymore. And I go in there, and there's only one stall. Excuse me. And I sit down, and I can't go. So I'm just sitting in there and not doing anything, and glad I'm taking a rest. But I mean, by that time I was pissed, so I just walked through the crowd. There's a park I pass every time I come here, and I'm gonna have to go see that, but I'm gonna wait till summer. I really want to see what's around when you actually walk around the city a little bit more. I've driven through the campus, but I've never really taken any of these side streets out. It's a big, huge South American family blocking the sidewalk. Lovely people. It's really weird. You know, you're going to protest ICE, but I tell you, man, I don't see anyone getting taken away. I mean, there's a lot of people here there's a lot of illegal labor here right in Madison and even, 3 hours north, as north as you can drive, you're going to find illegal labor now. And in Florida, the whole state runs, I mean, at least the whole southern half of the state runs solely on their labor. I'm not saying I'm on one side or the other. It's just that everything is rigged, and basically, by being a citizen, you're screwing yourself out of actually having a chance for advancement. By having a home and a place that you call home, you are much more likely to be taxed to death. Because I can't imagine these people pay taxes. I mean, maybe their boss takes a tax out of their check, but that you can't pay tax on somebody that doesn't have a social security number. I mean, none of it really makes sense, and it's all propped up by debt and stupid bullshit that's really not worth. I mean, I wish I could make my bullshit worth billions of dollars, because that's what these people are doing. They're just, it's all a game. I mean, you might have millions of dollars in Bitcoin, but I assure you the best thing for you to do is sell that shit and get currency that you could buy groceries with. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that buys groceries, in this country is US dollars.